Hello all my Kenvians, Papa Ken here, and welcome to a brand new episode of Snack-Kenn. This is one that has been a long time coming because a company that I did some reviews for, well rather Jill and I did some reviews for last year, JerkyXP, since that review have come out with some new flavors as well as some new items, and I have been meaning to share those with you for quite a while, and I'm finally getting around to it. And this is actually going to be the first part of a two-part little mini-series, shall we call it, with the next part being some items that I honestly want to get Jill in on because she can eat one of the two. But I'll leave that mystery up in the air for those of you that might not know what I'm talking about. And let's get started with the items that I am going to be testing out, or rather, taste testing today. The first of which is a brand new flavor of jerky. Now you might notice that the packaging has changed since last time I reviewed JerkyXP as well. They've gone through a few changes, and I honestly like the one that they've settled on here, especially because the packages now have a Ziploc top. So after you open it, you can seal it, and I don't believe that the previous packs actually had that. Once they were open, and you had to reseal them yourself. But this flavor, the latest flavor as far as regular jerky goes, is sweet and spicy barbecue. And I have tried this, but it has been a while, so I don't really have any preconceived ideas of how this is going to taste going into it, other than the fact that it'll be a little bit sweet and a little bit spicy. But checking over the ingredients here, there is no dairy, and it is gluten-free, I do believe. Yes, I don't see any gluten ingredients here, so as most of them are, except for I believe it was the teriyaki flavor, all of JerkyXP flavors are gluten-free, and again, there is no dairy involved. And I will include the nutritional facts on screen for you so that you can check those out as I'm doing my taste test. And yeah, enjoy those lovely images and words appearing on screen as I give this its go. It's been a while since I've done these. Alright, I've finished my piece, and I basically have my full thoughts on this. Now, I remember in the previous review, I commented that the, I believe it was the honey barbecue and then the spicy were my two absolute favorite flavors. After trying this, though, I honestly have to say that this is an excellent mix between the two. It's nowhere near as sweet as the honey barbecue is, and nowhere close. But it has the spiciness of just the spicy beef jerky, but there is just enough sweetness that it sort of dulls that, so it's not as intense. Like, this is definitely a jerky that you could find yourself snacking on more regularly than the spicy or the desert heat, unless you really, really like spicy foods. I would say that if you're sensitive to spice at all, this isn't for you. I would definitely go more for the honey barbecue or teriyaki. But for me, this is just a perfect balance of heat and flavor, in my opinion, going beyond even the spicy jerky. And as you can see here, they have their usual heat ratings. I believe that's about the same, maybe slightly lower than just the spicy kind. But yeah, I very much enjoy this. I would have to give this, going on with the idea that, honestly, JerkyXP has made the best beef jerky I've ever had. So, you know, the high ratings are deserved, but this definitely gets a 5 out of 5 for me. I don't know what Jill would rate it because I don't think she's actually tried this yet. I might see if she can give it a try, and I'll include that score here on screen afterward, or alongside here right now. But yeah, so the sweet and spicy barbecue, definitely recommended. Go check that out on their website. Now, the second item that I'm going to be showing you is something that it's an incarnation of something I absolutely love to get as a snack food. It is a beef and cheese beef stick. Or, yes, beef and cheese beef stick. And it actually comes in two different versions. You're able to get packs with individuals, just like this, which is honestly my preferred kind, because then you just have one snack you can carry around and you don't have to worry about resealing or losing any freshness to any of the other pieces. And you can also get a 7-ounce pack containing several. Now the beef stick, or the beef sticks in there are noticeably smaller than the individuals, but obviously you get more per pack there. And the one downside, again, as I said, it's like, whereas this has the individual wrapping capabilities, this is something that's more, its packaging is more along the lines of the original beef jerky, or the original beef jerky packaging, rather, in that it doesn't have a Ziploc and it's not sealable. So when you do open this, you need to make sure that you get it sealed properly, get it wrapped up possibly in some saran wrap, or, well, and definitely make sure it gets refrigerated. But all the same, all of these just, they're both the same thing. Again, just one smaller than the other. And I made sure that it's been over a month since I last had any of these so that I could give you all my honest feelings. Now, I'm not going to lie, the last time I tried it, I absolutely loved it. This became an instant favorite for me with JerkyXP. But no, obviously, just to give you some information, obviously, since it's called beef and cheese, it is not dairy-free, so unfortunately you can't do that. I'm curious whether or not the guys might come out with just a beef stick as opposed to beef and cheese for people that, you know, can't have dairy but also enjoy these kind of things, sort of along the lines of the Slim Jims. I believe Slim Jim had or Slim Jim brand had something like this, or maybe it was something else. You often see them at gas stations and other places of that nature. So yeah, it's like, it is not dairy-free, but it is, I believe, gluten-free. I'm giving it a quick look over here. And yes, there does not seem to be any gluten within whatsoever, which is excellent. So those of you that are gluten-free, you can get some of these and not have to worry. And well, the individuals do not contain any nutritional facts, however, the packages do. So I will be sure, obviously, again, to include the nutritional facts on screen as I'm doing my taste test for this for your viewing pleasure. Obviously, with me fast-forwarding and you not having to listen to me chew. So, yeah, let's get into that lovely music, whatever I decide to play as I'm taste testing. Downside of the individual packs, you have to be careful, otherwise you might end up tearing off some of the pieces in a way that you can't really open it. So yeah, back to fast forwarding. Alright, well, it didn't have to take very long to deliberate on that, to be completely honest. It's just as good as I remember trying it the first time. This is honestly one of the best snack beef sticks I have ever had. It is honestly that good. And one thing that I will say is that the cheese flavor is not overly strong, which is something that does kind of bother me. I know some people like very sharp cheddar, or a cheese that, you know, you can has a strong flavor to it. I'm not really a big fan of that. One example I can think of is some of the beef sticks you can get is you'll get a package with a beef stick and a little, well, not block of cheese, but a stick of cheese right beside it, and you essentially eat those side by side. I like those okay, but I always found the cheese to be a bit strong. So the fact that the cheese is actually inside the stick on this, and I don't believe there's actually any blocks. I think it's just the cheese. I don't know how they do it exactly, but the cheese flavor is in there, and it's a perfect mix of flavor. And the beef itself is so tender. It's just absolutely amazing in my opinion. Again, this is probably my absolute favorite product coming out of JerkyXP right now, which may surprise you considering what next episode's items will be. But yes, as far as the beef and cheese beef sticks go, if that sounds appetizing to you at all, I highly, highly recommend this. And yeah, I have to give this another 5 out of 5. It's just absolutely delicious and highly recommended for anyone that, again, enjoys this kind of snack. Alright, so thank you all very much for joining me for this episode of Snack-Kenn. I hope you enjoyed hearing about these different items. If you have tried them at all, please do let me know what you think of them. And if you're interested at all in trying some of JerkyXP's products, you can get 10% off your first order by using the link in the description down below. You'll click that and you can go and purchase the items and you will get 10% off during checkout. And yeah, you can thank Papa Ken for that. Well, you can also thank JerkyXP for providing that awesome service. But that's the end of this episode, and I will see you all next time for a very special episode that may just make you want me to release the next episode soon, or you might want to use that 10% off to purchase them, but let's just say that bacon lovers are going to like the next ones. Until next time, everyone.